Hey, 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 good afternoon. It's midday. I'm right on the dot today with my live on the 10-year celebration of Ultimate 48 Hour Author. I'm just checking, making sure that I'm live on my phone and I can see any comments that are coming through there. Okay, guys, so today we're going to take a trip down memory lane of the introduction of Ultimate World Publishing into our suite of services that we have developed over the years. So if we look at the 10-year journey, the first 5.5 years, we were being supported by a local Melbourne publisher that was part of our Ultimate 48 Author package, and our authors would do our program, and when their books were ready, this particular publishing house would take the process of editing layout and all that sort of stuff. But August 2018, it is the time when I decided, you know what, I'm ready to grow once again, to take that extra responsibility and ownership and stretch myself further. And I went on a journey of publishing one of my own books, the one that's called Fully Booked Retreats. And I thought, let me just see how hard it is. Now, I've learned a lot over the years of doing 7 or 8 of my own books through other publishing companies. And I thought, let me just, find my own editor, do my own cover designs, all that sort of stuff. And I went about doing the complete project, and then I could understand the costs involved and the effort and the project management and all that kind of stuff, and realized that, hey, this is something I could definitely be bringing in-house to our authors, and therefore making their journey like smooth start to finish. Because as we were kind of delivering our program through 2 different companies, obviously our flavor was a little bit different to their flavor, and there wasn't as that consistency, and I was always always wanted to truly be an end-to-end service, and bringing this in-house meant that we would have to start our own publishing company. So our publishing company is called Ultimate World Publishing, and with it I wanted to overcome and cover all those things that I always got stuck at. So with my very first book, The 7 Ultimate Secrets to Weight Loss, the people that I hired for that to help me publish, they kept the print files, they didn't give me rights to my book, they've continuously harassed me for the last 12 years, giving my number and contact details to other companies who were going to promote and market my book. Thankfully, I never said yes to any of that and did my own thing. I actually had to republish that first book and get a new ISBN, new barcode, and all that sort of stuff. And I just wanted to avoid all of these things where people don't know what they don't know about the publishing world. And I wanted to create Ultimate World Publishing to be your book, your way. Yeah, so that the author gets the royalties, everything is done in their own name, and that's how the book comes out. So Ultimate World Publishing, there's a logo there on one of my books. That's the logo, and it's got its little icon. So when our authors do get their books published, they get that feel of being published by a global company, and it aligns with Ultimate 48 Hour Author. So the logos are identical, except Ultimate 48 Hour Author says that, and then Ultimate World Publishing is separate entity to that. So those were some of our, values that we wanted to bring in terms of putting the power into the author's hands, rather than, what a lot of things you don't get told is that, other publishing companies could be uploading the book into their own accounts and getting their own royalties and forcing you to go back and print through them, which could be really marked up. So I wanted to turn this into like an entrepreneurial, entrepreneurs like to feel like they're in control, and then they can make the most profit as possible, by saving some of the costs and things like that. So Ultimate World Publishing has now been operating for just over 5 years. And one of the things that we have learned was that if you do a great job, then people are going to continue to work on more book projects with you. And we've been so blessed to have that show up in our business with our clients who have, I would say 1 in every 2 has at least written and published 2 books with us. And more people are now in a 3rd book. The most books we've ever done for someone is 6. The thing is, people started to seek us out, even though we don't specialize in mentoring on content around writing children's books or fiction books, but we actually got started to get seeked out for the publishing services of those types of poetry, fiction, children's. It's not something that we promote or advertise, but we have, like my daughter's children's book, my son's is up there behind me, and we've had a few fiction ones. And one of the wonderful things that we've got organized out this year that we created our bookshelf on our website, which I'm so super proud of. My team worked really, really, really hard to get this bookshelf up and happening. So if you go to writeabook.com.au, you will find all of our books, the different categories we've separated books into, and they link right through to the author's Amazon sales page where people can go grab that book. So this is something that literally has gone live only the last few days, and I'm super proud and grateful to my publishing team. So in terms of the publishing team and who's in one of the days that I'm doing these lives, I will actually introduce you to some of our team members, but Vivian was the first one that came on board, Vivian Mason. She's our publications manager, and she would come and work from my home. Nowadays she comes on Mondays and Thursdays, and currently she's got 50 books that are moving through the various stages of the publishing journey. During COVID, we actually got so busy, everyone was writing books at home, and we were hired a team member in Julie Fisher. She's actually one of our authors who's done 3 books with us, and she's our publications coordinator. And then Lindy, my virtual assistant, has grown through this process whereby she does the uploading of the books on Amazon, on Ingram Spark, and executes our #1 Amazon best-selling campaigns, which is actually something else I also learned at the same time as I was publishing that fully book. Actually, it's right behind me, the yellow book, the fully booked retreats book. That's the book that I actually also used as the guinea pig to execute the strategy that is the #1 Amazon bestseller campaign. And that's been a service offering that we have brought into our business the last also 5 years, I would say 4.5, 5 years. And our authors don't want to work out how to do it for themselves, so that they get us to help them do that on some of their books, and increase their credibility and the perception of that book in the marketplace. So it was a great move. My husband Stuart, he was a little bit hesitant on taking on more work in the business, but I assured him, look, we just have to hire an extra person in the team. And as we have grown, in hindsight, of course, we're so grateful that we did make that move, because what that meant is we have a repetition of servicing our clients multiple ways. And with what we did actually also the last couple of years, anyone in our business over the last 10 years that had completed a retreat, our Ultimate 48-Hour Author Retreats, we actually said to them, you guys, from here on in, get lifetime access to be able to attend multiple retreats, right? So why did I do this? I wanted to make sure that when people are writing their 2nd, 3rd, 4th books, that they still had the same timelining, accountability and goals and community that was writing books along at the same time. And what I saw this do is increase the success and the completion rate of the subsequent book projects. Because if people just purchased the publishing package for their 2nd or 3rd books and they were still on their own, they still went a lot slower. So I decided that I would reinvite, and actually our table of inclusions talks about lifetime access to retreat, lifetime access to master, lifetime, everything is lifetime, because this is the style that we want people to feel like family, and families for life, right? And so therefore, by seeing my authors come through retreat multiple times, they don't need to reinvest. They certainly need to invest in a publishing package, which obviously there's costs there for editing and layout and all that kind of stuff, but just keeps them connected with each other and makes them finish. Because one of the things that one of my strengths is, being a great finisher, and having that commitment to completion. And I don't like people investing in something and then not getting the result. So they're the things that we've been passionate about. And I'm so happy to see, even this November retreat, I keep getting these messages from my authors, current authors, can I come again and do the, do my second book or third books, or refocus and things like that. So that's kind of what we have been accommodating. But the beauty of re-inviting some of our authors who are doing subsequent books has been the fact that they they're encouraging the first-time authors. They really are. And awesomeness. I love the book. Thanks, Karen. Oh my God, it took so long. It took 3 or 4 months for us to build it out, and now we're going to keep it consistent and adding more of the books there. So I'm really proud of it. And the thing is, the proof is in the pudding. People can go on our website and go to the bookshelf and look at all the categories and something similar that maybe they want to do, or just check out our style and things like that. So I'm really proud of it as well. So what I was saying is that doing them, re-inviting my ultimate authors to retreats, and having some of them who are second, third time authors, when they come in and then they're with a group of the first time authors, say, which are normally between 15 to 20, thereabouts, they bring that calming feeling, because then the first time authors can hear from them and go, hey, I was there before, like a year ago, I was where you are. It's totally possible. You'll get this done. Don't worry. And it's not just us they're hearing from their mentors, but also from their fellow authors that are doing the retreat. So it's been a really great move to bring this extra value to authors, and even those that had worked with us 6, 7, 8 years ago. Whenever I bump into anyone or I get to catch up with them, I go, did you know you can re-attend your retreat, another retreat? If you've got another book, come along. You'll need to get your publishing package, but come along and rejoin and refocus, because I really want you guys to finish. So Ultimate Wealth Publishing has been a wonderful inclusion that came on the scene 5.5 years ago, of this 10-year span, as we have grown, and the team in publishing, as I say, has grown. We have around 10 to 12 editors that we use in the varying countries that we work with, in Australia, New Zealand, USA, and Canada. And then we've got an amazing cover designer and layout designer that are based over in Europe. And I got to spend a weekend away with them about 9 weeks ago. Always do my best as much as possible to meet a team face to face and connect and all that sort of stuff. And one thing I'm really proud of to say is that in this span of our team expanding and growing, and I've been around now 13.5 years, there has not been one person that has joined and left, right? Like everyone that joins, it kind of, they've stayed and they're here, and it's wonderful, because they do really feel like family. And my Lendy's been around with us nearly 8 years. Vivi's coming up to 5 years soon. Wendy 2 years. Julie's 3, just past 3-year mark. So as we've grown one team member, it's been wonderful to see that they they're here, and our authors also get to know them, and they get to, everyone kind of knows each other's personalities, and everyone works really well. So that's a little bit about that journey of developing and starting a publishing company, and our system. There was no systems to begin with, and now there's just so many templates, emails, guidance, and we like to call our publishing service guided book publishing rather than self-publishing, even though it is under the umbrella of self-publishing. But because there's just so much hand-holding, we have weekly live publishing accelerator calls that people can come and actually interact with us. A lot of the time when I worked with other companies to publish some of my books, just email after email after email after email, and never actually got to talk to a real person, which is how we differentiate ourselves. You can pick up the phone, if you have anything, you can call us, and that's why we kind of, the numbers that and the size that we are enables us to have that true family feel, with about 100 new authors joining into the family each and every year. All right, you guys, we'll have an awesome time. I've just hosted my seminar today live. If you didn't catch it, or you've never caught it and you want a copy, comment below. I can send you a recording of it. There'll be another one coming up next Tuesday. We are running our 10-year celebration. There's lots of amazing deals that we're doing for just this month of October. And I'm talking to a lot of people. But for now, lunch is waiting for me before I start my next lot of conversations. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow at midday for day 4 of this 10-year celebration and reminiscing through the development and growth of Ultimate Footy Author and Ultimate World Publishing. Bye, guys. Have a great day.